I came home from the hospital, I got to keep some of the things they used in my operation. I'm going to tell you what all of these things are for and what it was like the day I had my surgery. The day I had my surgery, we got up really early in the morning to go to the hospital. It was still dark outside. I didn't get to eat or drink anything that morning. That was okay, though I was feeling a little nervous. My parents and I went to the hospital, but my little brother stayed at home with my grandma and grandpa. Do you know who I did bring along? Timmy, my favorite stuffed animal. I always feel a little better when Timmy is around. We went to a special area in the hospital for kids having surgery. The nurse at the desk said she was happy to see me and introduced me to a nurse named Edna. Edna said that she would be taking care of me in this area. She walked with us to a room that had my name hanging on a sign outside the door. This is where she gave me a special pair of pajamas to put on. My mom helped me change into them. They were really soft. Edna gave me a special bracelet to wear with my name on it. My mom and Timmy got one also that looked just like mine. She said that way everybody would know who I was, even when I was asleep. Edna said that she needed to get some important information about me. She asked me to step up onto a scale so that she could see how much I weighed. She also looked to see how tall I was. She measured my temperature with a special thermometer on my forehead and took my blood pressure. That's where they wrap that thing around your arm that gives you a hug. Then she put a clip on my finger with a red light on it. Edna said it would show us how much oxygen was in my blood. She asked lots of questions and typed all of the answers into the computer that was right in my room. Edna told me I'd have a tube in my hand when I woke up. The tube was called an IV. She said it would go into a vein on my hand after I was asleep, so that it could give me water while I was sleeping. She showed me a picture of the recovery room. That's the room where I will wake up after my surgery is all over. She said that my parents would be waiting for me in another room until I wake up. Then we would be together again in this room. She said it would be a while before the doctors were ready for me, so I was able to go to the play area. There were fun toys to play with, books to read, and a cool fish tank with lots of pretty fish to watch. Edna let me choose a special hat to wear to cover my hair. It's kind of like the ones that doctors and nurses wear in the operating room. She told me I would be able to take my hat home with me. In a little while, someone came to give me a ride in my bed to the operating room. Mom and Dad walked along with me. Along the way, we stopped in front of a room where my parents were told they would wait for me while I was in the operating room. Soon, Dr. Johnson came to meet me. He said he was the doctor who was going to help me sleep during the operation. He is called an anesthesiologist. He explained that in the operating room, he would give me some breathing medicine through a mask. Dr. Johnson said that I could choose how the breathing medicine smelled. I chose the one that smells like bubblegum. He said that was a very popular smell. In a little while, someone came to give me a ride in my bed to the operating room. I said, "See you later" to my mom and dad. I kept Timmy with me when I went to the operating room. When we got to the operating room, Dr. Johnson and all of the nurses had a mask covering their nose and mouth. They said it was to protect me from germs. I heard a familiar voice and realized it was Dr. Z, the surgeon who was going to do the operation. I had met him a lot of times in his office. He sure looked different with a hat and mask on. I wonder how I was going to fall asleep with all those bright lights over me. My nurse in the operating room was Tara. She put that clip with the red light on my finger again. Then she put some stickers on my chest. They felt cold at first. The stickers had wires on them that attached to a machine that beeped. I was kind of worried at first that one of those things were going to hurt, but none of them did. Tara told me all those things they were attaching to me would help the doctors watch over me during surgery. Everybody in the operating room was very friendly. It was all new to me, but I guess they do this every day. Dr. Johnson said it was time for me to fall asleep. He put the mask over my mouth and nose so I could breathe in the air with medicine in it. It really did smell like bubblegum. I think my doctor was talking to me, but I really can't be sure because I fell asleep so quickly. Dr. Johnson was right. I didn't feel a thing during the operation. The next thing I knew, I was waking up. Timmy was under my arm right where he was when I fell asleep. Another nurse talked to me as I woke up. She said my parents were waiting to see me. She gave me a ride in my bed back to the room I started out in. My mom and dad were waiting there for me. I was glad to see them. Nurse Mo came in to ask me how I felt, and I said I was feeling a little achy. She gave me some medicine through the tube in my hand. Mo said I could have a popsicle if I wanted, or some juice or water. I asked for an orange popsicle. Soon Mo said I could go home. She gave me a certificate of bravery, a small gift, and she let me keep my name bracelet, mask, and even the special hat I picked out to wear. I was glad to have them. I knew I wanted to tell all my friends about the day I had my surgery.